And we welcome you to the Ken Soulsby Athletic Center here in Andrews. Smoky Mountain Conference volleyball action on the way tonight as the Lady Knights are in the house, warmed up and ready to go for tonight's action against the Andrews Lady Wildcats. Kevin Hensley with you tonight on the call high above the Ken Soulsby Athletic Center. Good to have you with us. Thank you for tuning in wherever you may be here on Facebook Live. Robbinsville coming into this one with a record of 15-3. The Lady Wildcats are 5-7 this season, and Robbinsville looking to finish out a strong regular season ahead of the conference tournament, which begins Saturday and is being hosted by Robbinsville this year. Lady Knights hoping for a 17-win campaign, and of course eyeing the playoffs, which will begin Saturday, October the 23rd. Robbinsville took care of business the last time they played Andrews at Robbinsville last Monday. It was a 3-set sweep for the Lady Knights, and Ivy Lou Odom will kick it off for the Lady Knights, hoping to do the same thing tonight here in Andrews. Met by Anderson, errors to Jimenez, blocked up front, but the block goes out. Point Robbinsville, 1-0 here in set number one. Lady Knights are enjoying things here this evening. Senior night festivities taking place before the game, and nice to see the Lady Knights take the time to acknowledge and, of course, show respect for the four Andrews seniors this season. One of them fixing to serve right now. That's Kaylin Ellis, number one for the Lady Wildcats. Odom with the return to the back row, met by Kaya Krisman. That is the libero for Andrews. Another good shot in the middle. And it's 2-1 Andrews here in set number one. Robbinsville stacks them four deep on the back row. Kaylin Ellis, the setter, will handle the ball. Serve to Kinsley Phillips. Allier sets. Jimenez. And officials are showing in. Point Robbinsville, 2-2 for junior Kinsley Phillips. As we mentioned, your four Andrews seniors, Kaylin Ellis, Brooke Phillips, Mackenzie Stalkup, and of course Kyra Krisman, making up the four seniors recognized before tonight's varsity action. There's Kinley Queen with a push, tipped by Jimenez, back to Queen, blocked by Brooms and Jimenez. Andrews able to battle and keep it alive though, and squeaks it inbounds right past the dive of Hallie Anderson, and the Lady Wildcats lead 3-2 here in set number one. Good dig by Anderson. Ayers with a push for Robbinsville. Queen now with a shot that goes out. Lady Knights get that point back, and we're all tied up 3-3 for Yeka Jimenez. Ball. Mackenzie Stalker with a shot over, but now Jimenez with a push. That's going to drop right on the line. Point Lady Knights, and it's 4-3. So Kriesman will get a chance to serve now. 4-4 your score. They did give the point to Andrews on that. I guess it was overruled on the floor. Here comes Brooms running in from the back. And her block. And we welcome you back here on Facebook Live. Sorry for that interruption. It is 8-4 Robbinsville here in set one. As Lenny Brooms with another big kill. Lady Knights on a 5-0 run. And Shannon Mustin's going to call a timeout for Andrews. 9-4 Lady Knights here in set one. Back with you from Andrews High School. We're inside the Ken Soulsby Athletic Center for tonight's Smoky Mountain Conference matchup between Robbinsville and Andrews. Lady Knights, of course, have one more matchup left in the regular season. They will travel to Hayesville on Thursday, as that kill attempt goes out by Zoe Schuler up front. 9-5 here in set one, and Kinley Queen now serving for Andrews. Thursday, we will be bringing you junior varsity action. Big kill by Delaney Brooms up front on the outside. Sophomore outside hitter with a huge shot, and it's 10-5 Robbinsville. We'll be bringing you junior varsity football action Thursday. Robbinsville hosting Swain County. That's a makeup game, and will be the season finale for the Black Knights. Robbinsville, of course, travels to Murphy on Friday for varsity football action. And hopefully we'll be bringing you that telecast. We're still unconfirmed on that at this time. But if not, we will be providing updates here on the Graham Star Facebook page all game long. Of course, the conference tournament begins Saturday for volleyball. Action everywhere you look here in the Smoky Mountain Conference. Huge shutdown. Taylor Jenkins fired up for Andrews. 10-6 here in set one, and Mackenzie Stallcup will serve for the Lady Wildcats. Delaney Brooms to Allie Ayers. Here comes Phillips on the outside. She finds an open slot on the corner. 11-6 is your score for libero Hallie Anderson. Dig by Anderson. Ayers to Kinsley Phillips, who muscles it back over. Nice bump by Phillips. And Lady Knights doing a good job recovering that one. And Ivy Odom will get a kill as Andrews couldn't get there in time. It is 12-6 here in set number one. Jenkins sends that one into the rafters. A low ceiling here in the Ken Soulsby Athletic Center. And the ball drops quickly. 13-6 Robbinsville. Anderson serving again. And Kreisman tries to muscle it back over. Does so. Jimenez there to greet it. Set by Ayers. And she sends a shot flying behind the Andrews defense. 14-6 now here in set one. Set by Kaylin Ellis and a push by Brooke Phillips. Ball still in play. Brooms is going to hit it from the back row, but it doesn't clear the net. Your score is 14-7, and we got some substitutions. Summer Garrett checking in for Andrews. She'll be serving for the Lady Wildcats. And her first serve goes into the net. Point Robbinsville. And back to the top of the rotation, Ivy Odom will serve again. Lady Knights leading 15-7 here in set one. Robbinsville's three losses this season have came at the hands of Murphy, so they'll be looking for some revenge in the conference tournament. And a loss to Franklin in 5 sets. That's the only 3 times Robbinsville has been knocked off this year. Ivy Odom would be remiss if we didn't mention that ace she just got. Nice work by the senior captain for the Lady Knights. Anderson with a quick, push. Phillips gets the ball over, but Andrews trickles it back into control. And the point goes to Robbinsville. 17-7 here in set one. That serve goes out, so advantage goes back to the Wildcats. They're down by 9, though. Kaylin Ellis will serve again for Andrews. Jimenez tried to tip at the net, and it did not get over. 17-9 now your score here in set one. Good serve by Kaylin Ellis, greeted by Delaney Brooms. Allie Ayers sets. Jimenez in the middle with a huge spike. Give senior Yeka Jimenez another kill. A dominant force up front for this Robbinsville squad, and Kinsley Phillips will get an ace. Aces peppered all around tonight for the Lady Knights, and we're just in the first set. Time 20-9, Robbinsville here in set one. And that was going to careen off the lights here at the Ken Soulsby Athletic Center. 21-9. Shannon Mustin calls another timeout for Andrews. We'll pause with them here on Facebook Live. And we welcome you back here to Andrews High School. 21-9, Robbinsville eyeing a set one victory over the Lady Wildcats in the first of two road matches that will end the regular season. As we've mentioned, Lady Knights will host the Smoky Mountain Conference Tournament this year. That begins on Saturday with junior varsity action. Varsity matchups begin Monday. The way things are shaking out, Murphy and Robbinsville could get a first-round bye in the bracket. So it could come down to Robbinsville not getting to play a game until next Tuesday. A break that'll be much welcome after a hectic makeup slate, trying to get all their games in before the regular season ends. 23-9, Kinsley Phillips still serving for Robbinsville. And receives that one. Allie Ayers sets. Here comes Brooms on the outside. Kreisman able to receive the ball in the back row, though, and Andrews returns it. Now Jimenez with a chance. And she'll get it tipped over. And Robbinsville is staring at set point. It is 24-9 here in set one. Nice reception by Kaylin Ellis. Here comes Brooke Phillips on the outside. Pass by Ayers. Brooms gets it over, but a dig will keep it alive. Good work on the back row by Kreisman. But that time, a little miscommunication is costly. Robbinsville wins set one, 25-9. We'll be back in three here on Facebook Live. And we welcome you back to Andrews High School. We're inside the Ken Soulsby Athletic Center for tonight's Smoky Mountain Conference matchup between the Robbinsville Lady Knights and the Andrews Lady Wildcats. Kevin Hensley with you this evening here on the Graham Star Facebook page. The Graham Star has been providing unparalleled news coverage from and around Graham County since 1955. Robbinsville prevailed in set one, 25-9, and we're just about set to begin set two tonight. Kaylin Ellis, one of the four Andrews seniors, will serve as we begin set two tonight here in Andrews. Received by Hallie Anderson, set by Ayers, pushed by Odom. Kreisman with another nice save on the back row. Returned by Brooke Phillips. There's Anderson. Ayers to Jimenez in the middle. And received again, Ellis. But that time Jimenez shuts down the efforts of Kinley Queen. 1-0 Robbinsville here in set two. Andrews has put up a fight despite that first set score. With a shot in the middle to Delaney Brooms. Ayers sets for Kinsley Phillips. And that one will drop in. Point, Lady Knights, 2-0 here in set two. They get served by Ivy Odom, one of the 6 Robbinsville seniors this season. Anderson with a good dig there. Air sets. Here's Jimenez. Spikes the ball back over. Andrews tries to generate a response, but Brooke Phillips unable to get the third shot over. And Ivy Odom will try it now. Big smile on her face, kind of threw her cadence off a little bit, but no harm, no foul. Air sets. Here comes Phillips off of Jimenez's fake, but Andrews there to snuff it out. Kriesman will bump the ball back over to Ivy Odom. Allie air sets. Here comes Kinsley Phillips again. That one's going to go out. Point Andrews. And Lady Wildcats on the board is 3-1 for Brooke Phillips. Delaney Brooms, Anderson able to save that one, and then Odom and Jimenez had it well covered. Andrews couldn't get into position. 4-1 Robbinsville for Kinsley Phillips. Phillips, the only junior on the varsity roster. There's 2 on the program. There's another junior, Fayla Welch, playing for the junior varsity. Obviously, she'll move up next year for her senior year. Big kill by Brooms. 5-1 Robbinsville. Lady Knights are also going to benefit down the road. They got a youth volleyball program started in Graham County this year and has such a positive response to that. But they had 2 different teams they suited up this season. Only Hayesville had the same amount. So Robbinsville trying to build interest in the program in the future. And wins like this are going to help. 7-1 here in set 2. It's all Robbinsville from Andrews. And welcome back to the Ken Soulsby Athletics Center. 7-1 Robbinsville here in set 2. Coming out of the first time out of this set. Robbinsville with all the momentum in the world at the moment. And Kinsley Phillips will get an ace off of that. It is 8-1 here in set 2. And make that 2 in a row for the junior outside hitter, Kinsley Phillips. She's came a long way from her freshman year when she didn't even serve. Now has it down pat, though. Kaylin Ellis's return will be sent back over by Jimenez. There's Brooke Phillips, sends one up close to the net. Pass. Back over. Ball's going to fly out. Lady Knights take the point. 9-1 Robbinsville here in set 2. Received by Kriesman, set. And they're going to call Stalkup for a violation. 10-1 Lady Knights. There's a push by Ellis. And Jimenez ran out of space to dive. 10-2. Andrews gets the ball back. Kyra Kriesman will serve now for Andrews. And Andrews alumnus Cheyenne Rattler over there as line judge about got her head took off on that one, but she's able to call it in. Lady Wildcats get the point. It's 10-3. Received by Brooms. Air sets back to Brooms. And the ball trickles past the block attempt. Point Robbinsville 11-3 for Yeka Jimenez. Another one of the Robbinsville seniors this season. Set by Kinley Queen that time over to Mackenzie Stalk up on the outside. Phillips set to Ellis, Ellis with a good dig, slides in there. There's Kelsey Waldrop with a spike, and she'll get a kill. Senior middle hitter for the Lady Knights. No, they're going to call it out. My mistake. Thought the ball dropped in. Line judge signaled in. It was called out. But Stalkup can't get the ball over the net on that serve. Point Robbinsville. It is 15-5 for Delaney Bruns, sophomore outside hitter for the Lady Knights. Jumping set by Ellis. Hard shot by Brooke Phillips. Robbinsville able to make that return work, though. Kinsley Phillips drops it in front of the dive of Taylor Jenkins, and it is 16-5 now. Brooms will serve again. Summer Garrett's going to come in for some front row defense for Andrews. And onward we go, 16-5. And a good kill by Phillips. Brooke Phillips able to get a kill for Andrews. That cuts it to 16-6. Garrett will now serve. Hallie Anderson couldn't get under that one. Gives Summer Garrett an ace. 16-7 here in set two. Phillips able to dig under that one. Here comes Waldrop off of Ayers' pass. Brooke Phillips with another shot. Anderson with a good dig on the back row. And Andrews got all tangled up at the net. 17-7 Robbinsville. Hallie Anderson will now serve for the Lady Knights. Another jump serve by Ellis. Spiked over in the middle. Here comes Kinsley Phillips. Kriesman dug that one out. Just some amazing work on that back row for the Lady Wildcats. Odom with a shot on the outside. No, sorry. It's Aubrey with Cha-Cha. Ball's still alive, though. Andrew is able to pass it around and save that. Jimenez to Ellis. Kriesman will pass it back to Ellis, who will bump it over. Kinsley Phillips greets it. Anderson set. Here comes Wachacha. And point Andrews. Score 17-8 here in set two. Ellis, all systems go, ready to serve at the whistle. Ayers couldn't get that one pushed back over. 17-9. Set by Ayers. Here comes Wachacha again at the bottom of your screen. Tries a block that time. It skips over into Allie Ayers. Anderson passes. Here comes Jimenez with a tip. Ball still in play. Anderson to Allie Ayers. To Jimenez. And ball is called tipped. Point Robbinsville. And Aubrey Wachacha will serve for the Lady Knights, who lead 18-9 here in set two. Another powerful serve by Wachacha. Give her an ace. Sophomore outside hitter for the Lady Knights. Comes up with a nice ace there, and it's 19-9. Ellis on the reception. Brooms greets it up front for Robbinsville. Now here comes Kinsley Phillips with a tip. Phillips slides in to greet Phillips. Blocked by Jimenez. And Robbinsville will take that and go up 29. Timeout called by the Lady Wildcats. And we welcome you back to the Ken Soulsby Athletic Center. It is 20-9 Robbinsville here in set 2. Aubrey Wachacha will serve again for the Lady Knights. Her serve will go out, and the Lady Wildcats break into double digits. 20-10 is now your score. Ivy Odom checks in for Wachacha for back row defense. Brooke Phillips will serve for Andrews. Anderson greets it, set by Ayers. Jimenez in the middle of the tip. Finds a big, open, gaping spot on the front right corner of the net. But it goes out. Wow, another one ruled. I thought it was inside. 20-11 is your score now. We'll get it right here in a minute. Here's Jimenez. That one's undeniable. Big kill for Yeka Jimenez. 21-11. Kinsley Phillips now to serve for Robbinsville. That one will fly out, bounce off the door, exiting the gymnasium here at Andrews. 22-11. Kinsley Phillips ready to go as well. In a groove. Robbinsville 3 away from going up 2-0 in this match. And they're going to say Mackenzie Stalkup touched the net. 23-11. That one drops out, and it is set point again for Robbinsville. Brooke Phillips tried to dig it out and could not do so. That was another nice soft serve. And thank you very much. Lady Knights up 2-0 now in the match, winning set 2, 25-11. Back in 3 here on Facebook Live. Big Smoky Mountain Conference matchup. And at this time, we cannot confirm that we'll be streaming that game, but we are going to do our very best, folks. What we always try to do here on Facebook. And a violation called on Andrews, 1-0 Robbinsville right off the bat here in set 3. Greeted by Stalkup on the back row. Here comes a push by Brooke Phillips to Kinsley Phillips. There sets. Jimenez unable to get it over the net, though. Point Andrews, 1-1 your score here in set 3. That one slammed into the net. 2-1 now for Kinsley Phillips, who will serve again for Robbinsville. Greeted by Kaylin Ellis, set by Kinley Queen. Slam in the middle. Robbinsville able to fight and battle and scrape and keep it alive, but Brooms unable to get it over the net. And it's 2-2, so some early back and forth between both teams here in set 3. Hard shot by Brooke Phillips. And give the senior an ace. That one goes flying into the bleachers after touched by Robbinsville. And Delaney Brooms is going to check out for Phoebe Rattler, a senior for the Lady Knights. Checks in. 3-2 here in set 3. Phillips, another hard serve. That's going to go out, though. And Robbinsville back in the driver's seat. We're tied up 3-all for Yeka Jimenez. And Yeka Jimenez comes up to serve. The serve set by Queen. Bumped in the middle. Jimenez saves it. Rattler's bump, though, a little too much mustard on it. Slams off the rafters here at the Ken Soulsby Athletic Center. 4-3. Andrews has the lead right now for senior Kara Kriesman. Good reception by Rattler. Ayers will pass back to her. Why not? Anderson with a good dig, but that one unfortunately goes flying into the net. Just not enough room to turn it around. And the Lady Wildcats have a 5-3 lead here in set 3. Kara Kriesman with another hard serve, greeted by Anderson on the back row. Ayers sets. Schuler slams it, but it goes out. 6-3 Andrews. Kriesman, very well-rounded player. That's why she's donned the libero jersey. serves well, defends well in the back row. And that drop by Mackenzie Stalkup has Katie Phillips calling the first time out of the night for the Lady Knights, who trail 7-3 here in Andrews. Robbinsville took a moment to think about things. We're back here from Andrews High School, 7-3. Lady Wildcats leading, but they trail the match 2-0. Allie Ayers with a quick push back over, trying to throw Andrews off balance. Unable to do so, set by Odom. And Kinsley Phillips can't get there in time. 8-3 is your score. Delaney Brooms will check back in now, as the Lady Knights have dug themselves an 8-3 hole. 5-0 run for the Lady Wildcats, and Krisman serving again. Pass and a hard shot by Delaney Brooms. 8-4. Robbinsville back on the serving side of things for Allie Ayers. That reception will go out. Andrews takes a 10-4 lead here in set 3. Queen to serve again. Phillips gets that one. Ayers to Delaney Brooms. And Brooms finds an open spot on the back row. 10-5 your score. Robbinsville's got some making up to do. And Brooms will serve, trying to get Robbinsville back ahead after taking sets 1 and 2, 25-9, 25-11. Set by Ayers. Zoe Sheeler tried to get under it to bob it back over. Couldn't get in position though. 11-5 Wildcats. Received by Anderson. Ayers sets. Hard shot by Ivy Odom. Pass back over. There's Anderson to Ayers to Kinsley Phillips. Phillips finds some open room. Nobody home for Andrews. 11-6 for Hallie Anderson, senior libero for the Lady Knights. That one bounces all over creation and unable to get returned. 11-7. Robbinsville edging ever closer to tying this set back up. That one bounces off the lights. That's always trouble when you're playing volleyball in these low ceiling gyms. That one's in the rafters, bounces around, comes back out. Full game of Plinko for the ball. And now Phillips tips it over. Blocked up front by Jimenez and Odom, but Andrews almost saves it. Ellis tried to jump push it over and instead gives Robbinsville its 8th point of set 3. Screamer set to Kriesman, but she's able to tame it long enough to get the ball back over. Here comes Odom, bottom of your screen. The push. Anderson to Ayers. Here comes Phillips. And point Andrews. Kinsley Phillips got a little too ahead of herself there. Fell under the net. Broke the line. 12-8. Andrews still in the driver's seat. Summer Garrett's serve goes right into the net. Robbinsville back to serve again. Ivy Odom. Lady Knights trailing 12-9 here in set 3. Set by Ayers. Jimenez with a shot. It drops in. Point Robbinsville. Lady Knights trying to get their offense clicking, and right now they seem to be heading in that direction. Down by 2 here in Andrews. Ellis plays it off the rafters. Phillips will bump it over. Ayers to Jimenez in the middle. She tries to tip it in, but it goes out. Point Andrews. It is 13-10 here in set 3 for Kaylin Ellis. Ellis's serve resonates through the Ken Soulsby Athletic Center. Jimenez's kill does not, but it works. 13-11. Robbinsville down by 2 now for Kinsley Phillips. And give a kill to Lady Wildcats. 14-11 now. Looks like 13-12. 14-11. Andrews has a 3-point advantage here in set 3. Anderson to Allie Ayers. Here comes Jimenez running in from the back. Spikes it out. 15-11. Andrews. Rick Phillips now serving for the Lady Wildcats. Anderson to Ayers. Jimenez comes running in. Shot is out. Point Andrews. Wildcats lead 16-11. Robbinsville getting a run for its money here in set 3. Here comes Brooms. Hard shot. And even though Mackenzie Stalkup was able to get a hand on it, the rafters proved to be a killer again. 16-12 for Jaka Jimenez. Griezmann greeted by that one rather rudely. Ball trickles back over. Ivy Odom sort of kind of ready for that one, but not really. And Katie Phillips, I've called another timeout for her Lady Knights, who now trail 17-12, here in set 3. And we're back with you from Andrews High School. Kyra Griezmann serves for the Lady Wildcats, who have a 17-12 lead over Robbinsville. Pass back over by Phillips. Ayers will set. Tip by Brooms. Point Andrews. I'm going to say Brooms touched the net. She pleads her case to the coaches, but the call stands. And Andrews has a 6-point lead. And it's getting late here in set 3. Brooms to Ayers. Here comes Brooms. Ellis receives it. Griezmann will pass it. Stalkup and Garrett make sure it gets back over. Set by Allie Ayers. Brooms with a tip. Good read of the defense. Nobody there for that hole. Kaylin Ellis scrambled. Couldn't get there in time. 18-13. Allie Ayers will now serve for Robbinsville. Waldrop now takes a crack at it, and it bounces off of Ellis. 18-14. Robbinsville trying to rally back. They're up 2-0 in the match, but Andrews had opened up a 6-point lead just a few moments ago. Something Robbinsville simply won't settle for. They may not have a choice, though. That one drops in. Delaney Brooms can't cover territory in time. 19-14 here in set 3 for Kinley Queen, who will now serve for the Lady Wildcats. Set by Allie Ayers. Brooms on the outside with a hard shot. Kriesman ate up by that one on the back row, and it's 19-15. Brooms serving. And Andrews tries as they may, unable to save that one. It's 19-16 here in set 3. Phillips to Ellis. Back to Phillips. Ball back over. Anderson receives it. Allier sets. Kinsley Phillips now sends it into the back corner of the court. Nobody home. Andrews is going to take a second to think about things. It's 19-17 here in set 3. And we welcome you back to Andrews High School, where Robbinsville is in the midst of trying to save set 3. They're at 2-0 in the match. And the buzzer went off, so we'll have to replay that one. Robbinsville took sets 1 and 2, 25-9 and 25-11, but trail 19-17 here in set 3 against the Lady Wildcats. And Waldrop touched the net. Point Andrews, 20-17. Lady Wildcats lead by 3. Stahlkup with a nice shot. Dug out by Anderson. Phillips scrambles but can't muscle it over. And the Lady Wildcats are 4 away from pushing this to a 4th set. Set by Ayers. Here comes Kinsley Phillips. Ball is in. Kriesman didn't move. Couldn't cover it. 21-18 for Hallie Anderson. Dug out by Kriesman. Nice work. Ellis with a good push up front, trying to throw the defense off. That one gets back over. Brooms there to greet it. Allie Ayers passes behind her. Allie Ayers to Ivy Odom, who sends a screaming shot over, but Andrews comes up with a response. Phillips push. Now Kinsley Phillips with a shot over. Tipped that time by Brooke Phillips. Pass, push, and it almost drops. Brooke Phillips tried to sneak that one in, but Robbinsville takes the point. It's 21-19. Not the way I'm sure the Lady Knights envisioned set 3 going after dominating sets 1 and 2. But Andrews, that 5-7 record, not a very telling record. They've got a decent ball club and look to improve from here as the years roll on. Right now they're staring at a 3-point run to take set 3. Summer Garrett now serving. Brooms greets it. Odom passes. Phillips. And Ellis tries some chicanery there, but Robbinsville gets the point. 22-20 here in set 3. Ivy Odom back to serve again. There's Kriesman on the reception. Ellis scrambles in to Brooke Phillips, who passes it back over to Robbinsville. Here comes Kinsley Phillips now. Blocked up front, able to save it though. Jimenez with a block. So a couple of denials back to back, and now Jimenez with a shot to the back row. Stallcup has that covered though. And Brooke Phillips couldn't clear the net. Robbinsville close to tying this set. It's 22-21, and Andrews is going to try to break the momentum. Back with you in just a moment here on Facebook Live. And we're back with you from the Ken Soulsby Athletics Center. Robbinsville desperately trying to save set 3. They trail 22-21 against Andrews. Lady Knights lead the set 2-0. Set by Kaylin Ellis. Shot over by Brooke Phillips. And the ball is out. And we're all tied up at 22 apiece. That one tipped. And Robbinsville has its first lead since early in the set. 23-22. They're going to appeal the call, though, and get it. Andrews gets the call. Not sure what the reversal was. But it's 23-22 here in set 3. Kaylin Ellis now serving. And Phillips with a tip to Brooke Phillips, who will come in and try to hit a shot to the back row. Delaney Brooms there, though. Airs to Jimenez. And that was going to drop in front of the net. And we're all knotted up at 23 apiece. Kinsley Phillips with a chance to seal the victory. A couple of good serves. All Robbinsville needs. Ayers sets. Brooms on the outside. Kriesman saves it though. Ellis to Brooke Phillips. Anderson with a nice dig again on the back row. Push by Jimenez. Set by Queen. Shot by Brooke Phillips. And Kinsley Phillips scrambles to save that one. That one drops in. Hard shot by Robbinsville, who are now staring at a sweep. It is 24-23 here in set 3. Robbinsville just pulled ahead moments ago for the first time since early in the set. Brooke Phillips with a push. Odom saves it. There's Allie Ayers, and Delaney Brooms can't muscle it over. And we're going to see some extra volleyball. It's tied up 24 each here in set 3. Brooke Phillips now with a chance to do some damage for Andrews. Nice serve straight to Hallie Anderson set, and a hard shot by Jimenez. Odom has to save that one on the return. Tipped by Delaney Broom. She's done a fine job all night exposing that hole in the Andrews defense. And Jimenez now with a chance to close it out. 25-24, advantage Lady Knights. Return by Ellis. Ayers sets. Brooms. Tip. And the victory. Robbinsville takes the sweep tonight here in Andrews. Final scores 25-9, 25-11, 26-24. Thank you for watching with us here on Facebook Live.